Hey people, you may notice I don't have makeup on right now. That's because I need to talk about something that's serious. Sorry, I just looked at my eyebrows in the mirror and they look like absolute crap. So I'm just grooming. These are natural. This is like my natural color. I'm just forming a shape. Like you can see me only using a spoolie from a brush. Or a spoolie from a pencil, sorry. Okay, so why this is serious is I really wanted to talk to you guys about something, like off camera, on camera, like without me being like fake, I guess, to you guys. Like, okay, I need to talk about something here that really, really angers me from the very, very bottom of my heart and soul. And just when I hear and witness and like I'm around people who say these things, I want to, I don't know, like I just feel so crushed and so disappointed that someone would be that insensitive. What we are going to be talking about today is, well, not just bullying, but yeah, bullying, and also just people being true, I really don't like this word, bitches. Like, people are just being so rude, and it has to come to an end. Like, honestly, like, it's just so stupid. Oh my lord. Okay. So, not all of you may not know this. Like, if you have known me since, like, the beginning of my time, then you know this. But if I just met you this year, or I don't know you, then you don't know this, most likely. This is gonna be an emotional video, just saying. I was bullied. Like most people are bullied, but I was mainly bullied not by just random people, by people who I thought were my friends. And that is like, this one main person was just so mean to me out of the blue, and we had been friends for like a year or two or more before, and then she started being so rude to me, and it just crushed me. And like, just, I get if people are like, oh yeah, this person's like the talk of the school, like the whole gossip's going on about them, so you just want to like be with like the cool kids and make fun of this person. But if they were your friend, that is really, really bad. Like, I just became so crushed, and that person, I'm not gonna say their name, but I'm pretty sure they know who they are. Just everyone who has ever bullied me or been just really, really, really rude to me to the point of making me cry, who, like, I thought, or like, you didn't think like we were friends, they've left me with trust issues. Now I just don't know when I make a new friend. I don't know if I can actually trust them to not be mean. And this has affected me as a person with like family members, therapists, teachers, camp counselors, and new friends, and it's just like it really sucks, and it's making it really hard for me to meet new people. So in this video, I do not mean to cause, like, if any of these people know who they are and I mentioned, I do not mean to cause any beef, any hatred, anything, but I just really want to get this out there. So just don't, like, come back at me and say, like, you are a liar. Like, no, just please don't. But for the past, like, 5 or so years, I have been depressed. Like, really depressed. And I think you know where some of this is going. So, if you guys have a trigger of people talking about depression and suicide stuff, then maybe just click off the video. I don't want to trigger anyone to do anything bad, but I just want my new friends, new people to know this about me, because it's been on my chest for a while and I just want people to know. So it starts, the first time starts in grade 8. The summer of grade 8, going into grade 9. Let's say it was 2017. I went to a camp for the first year. This camp is called Camp Kadima. It is located in Lunenburg, Nova Scotia. It is a camp for Jewish youth. And so at that camp, you get to be around other Jewish youth from all over the world, like Israel, Toronto, like other parts of Canada, Europe, everywhere. And it is nice. But I just had a really sucky time there, because at that camp, there's like this Mahar thief, like going around, people kept losing things, and a whole bunch of people assumed I was that thief, which I was not. And so one day I went up to the tennis courts with my friend Louie, my sister, and maybe like 1 or 2 other people, and we were just like, you know, sitting there on like towels because the ground was like, ugh, and like listening to music on a speaker and like laughing, having fun. And out of the blue, there's a whole bunch of yelling, and the whole section, which is like 50 plus people, come up, and my friend, she knows who she is. She's a really nice person, so I just felt really betrayed because I did not expect this from her. But now, don't worry, like now we're like good friends and all, like it's fine. But she ran up behind me and she took my hands, and here, I'm gonna demonstrate for a second. She went like this with my hands. So essentially, I'm sorry, I almost fell. To essentially like handcuff me so that I couldn't run. And the boys in the section and some girls were surrounding me, and this one freaking guy who was bitchy to me that entire summer, and I did nothing to him. He was in the cabin next to me. I forgot his name. But he and some of his friends just were screaming at me. And see, I didn't know why. I was spooked. Like, I'm a shy person by nature, so to be like essentially feeling handcuffed by my friend and having like 10, 20 boys and some girls screaming at me was terrifying. And I legitimately thought my heart was racing. I legitimately thought they were gonna beat me up. Like, I was scared they were gonna kill me. Well, maybe not kill me, but just like send me to the hospital. I was genuinely terrified. And then they kept screaming, and I just went, enough is enough, people. Like, why are you doing this? And so I took my friend, so I freaking, like, I put my hands out of my friend's grip, and I said, what is wrong with you that you would handcuff me like that? Like, you are supposed to be my friend. And then I screamed to the boys and girls, like, what do you want to hear? I have depression. I have social anxiety. I am going through literal shit right now. What are you doing? And then I gave them the biggest shit in the world. I screamed at them for 10 minutes. The people in CIT could hear. The people in Kahoot could hear. I gave them shit. And then I ran. And then, I ran into my cabin. And later that day, I ran up past the tennis courts, and there's this little ravine lake. I was starting to go down the hill to attempt suicide. And my friend and my sister came up to me and they were like, Eliza, what are you doing? And then I ran from there to this little art cabin thing in CIT section. And I hid, and then I came, and then later that day, everyone was swimming, and I was seriously considering I couldn't swim for whatever reason. I suck at swimming, so I had to wear a life jacket. I was seriously considering going out to the deepest part, taking off that life jacket, and just drowning myself, but I didn't. And so I went home after that because they obviously thought a suicidal person should not be in this camp right now. They should be at home. So yeah, I went home. But later I went back for Visitor's Day, and it was really tough for me. I had to face the entire section, and then before that I talked to the section head, and he told me what exactly was the definition of what those boys and girls were doing. It is called verbal abuse. So I was verbally abused in a camp that I was supposed to feel safe in, and obviously I didn't. And so, but I had to face those boys again, and I just broke down. I was facing one of them who wasn't even yelling, he was just surrounding, and I lost my shit. I just broke out crying. I was oh my god, it was bad. And then I had to face the main guy, who was mainly screaming at me, and oh my god, I cannot tell you how badly I wanted to either take my fist and like him, or take the nearest stick and whack it. Like, I seriously wanted to hurt him. And then after, yeah, that was really bad. And then I had to face the girl who had my hand behind my back. And, that was hard too. Like, she's a good person, and I just felt very betrayed by what she had done. Like, I don't even know if I talked to her for the rest of the summer. But then a couple months after that, we had been communicating online after the summer, but then around like December, maybe later, I don't know, more or less, there was a party at her house for like a dinner, and I went and she talked to me, and I was like, yeah, I felt really betrayed for a while, but I forgive you. You probably just were like spur of the moment, or like the guy made you or something. And she said sorry, and it was really hard. And then we're gonna jump forward to grade 9. So last year, the people who were in grade 9 with me would know I was having a really hard time. And it had gotten to the point where I was so in need of someone, because I didn't feel like anyone loved me. I didn't feel like my family loved me. I didn't feel like my friends loved me. The only person that I felt genuinely cared for me was my cat. And that, like, sucks. So I was in such need to feel like I had someone to care for me that I made up a boyfriend. And it went wrong. And so, okay, I'm gonna start naming names now. So I made a group chat with people in my class, like Louie, Matt, Annie, Kaya, Claire, Charlotte, Skyra, Callum, Jacob, like, etc., etc. And I just told them, guys, I've been having a really hard time. Like, can you help me out? Like, can you do anything to make me feel better or something like that? I don't remember exactly what, but but then that was before. So when I made up the boyfriend, that was like 4 months before I made the group chat. So 4 months before that, Skyra and Annie, well, I disconnected with Annie because she was like, this is causing too much drama, I don't want that. And I was like, oh, okay. And then Skyra had been like, you're like such a liar, and like just really, really broke down and hurt my feelings. And when I made the group chat, I don't even know if Skyra responded, but Annie said, like, if you need anything, we're here for you. And Annie, I don't think she'd be watching this, but if she is, then, like, that meant a lot to me what those people in the group chat said. Like, everything positive that caused me to live on, because I was seriously considering, like, going and, like, jumping in front of trainers. I don't know. I was just seriously, like, I was not me at all. And then in the summer, going to grade 10, I was in a pretty good place. Like, I was feeling pretty good about myself. Yeah. And then my friend Louis went on a trip to Belarus with his father, and that was kind of hard for me because I was like, yeah, we're gonna do so much this summer, and then he went to Belarus, but we tried to FaceTime as much we could, and then there was a time when Louis went to a place in Belarus where there was no Wi-Fi, and there was something that crushed me, and I don't even know if I told him about this, but on my street there is a lot of kids, and there's this one kid who is, I think he's in like grade 9 now, and he lives up my street, and I was walking up the street to go to the grocery store because, like, you know, I wanted some food, and I overheard him say to other kids, she's not a part of this neighborhood. Like, she doesn't belong here. She's not a part of this. And that just crushed me because I felt like I was a part of the neighborhood. I felt comfortable with the kids. And then I heard this guy say, she's not a part of this neighborhood. And I was just so crushed that I ran back home, this top speed. I ran back home and I bawled in my room for hours and hours and hours, and that just crushed me. Oh my god, that actually crushed me. And then this year, at the beginning of the year, I was going through a lot of like crap. People weren't being too nice to me. And one night I leaned out of my window. Like, I got out of my window, I was balancing, and I was like seriously debating jumping, or like, you know, like press, like, and then I see in a car my mom pull up, and she's like, Eliza, what are you doing? And I just tell her everything. I'm just like legitimately bawling my eyes out. And oh my god, that was so horrible. But now, to end on a positive note, now I have great friends that I surround myself with, and they just keep me so positive. Now, I'm gonna name names, so, yeah. Olivia Horlick, Louis Bondoenko, Kylie Salcidio, I don't know how to pronounce her name, Val, forget her last name, Freya Green, I think her last name is, Olivia, who goes to my school, Brooke, who also goes to my school, Sadie, who goes to my school as well, and Kaya, and like, I have a lot more, like Bella, and like, I have a lot more, you know who you are. And now I feel, I also have a boyfriend, I feel fantastic. I have YouTube, I have so many supporters, and I have never had a single thought of depression, anything, since February. Like, since we began this new term, I haven't had a single, like, depression moment, And that is amazing, and I love all of those people who make me happy so much, and I wanted to say thank you for just supporting me, but also I need to go back into something else. So I know that it's a thing in like high schools and middle schools to have like people being mean to some people, but I just think like in high school you're thinking about your future. You should be way more mature than to put someone else down. Like, there are these girls in my English class that I mentioned in my Q&A video. Go watch it if you haven't already. And they are just so, oh my god, they get on my nerves. They laugh about people. They look at people. I've heard them freaking talk about people. They mock how I do my intros. Oh, by the way, please subscribe if it's your first time seeing my face. Click the like or dislike button. Recommend the like button. If you like my videos, can't wait for me to upload a new one, you can click the little bell button and it will go to ding every time I upload a new video. But if you can't wait until I upload a new video, then you can go back and watch my old videos. Thank you. Jesus, I'm talking fast. Oh my god. But, like, I've heard them mock me and mock my friend, saying, like, she's ugly, when she is not ugly. For the record, she is, like, one of the most good-looking people I know. And, like, it is just really rude. It's one thing to say, to mock someone behind their back, but we are in your classroom. Like, we are in your peripheral vision. We can freaking see you. And you're like, oh yeah, Eliza does this with her YouTube. Oh yeah, it was so ugly. Like, stop. Are you 4? No. You are like, Jesus, you're probably like 15, 16, I don't know. But, like, that's so immature and so rude and so unhelpful. And, like, just the message of this entire video, fuck, that scared me, is just don't be a bitch to people, guys. Like, don't be a really rude, Jesus, I dropped my camera. Like, don't be rude to people. It is so unnecessary, and it hurts people. And, like, the old saying that we all heard at least 50 times, don't do to someone what you wouldn't want done to you. And that really applies here. Like, just don't be a freaking bitch, because it's so infuriating to me. I know that no one probably cares about my opinion, but I want to go up to them and, like, I want to them so hard. Oh my god. But it is so, I just get so disappointed when I hear people being rude. I'm just like, can you not, please? Like, it's okay if you're like watching a YouTube video and you're like, oh, that person, ooh. But it's not okay if you're in a classroom and you're like, oh, that person, ooh. Like, that's not okay. Don't criticize people you know, because it could come back to bite you in the ass. Like, say those bitchy people in the class. What if you mocked me? What if I became famous, made my own makeup company, and hired you? Then I would be your boss. I would pay you. And then, if you were asking for a promotion, I'd be like, you know what? No. You were a mega bitch to me in grade 10. So no. Like, I could say that. So just don't. Because you don't know how life is gonna go. And you will probably see those people from the high school again that you may have been a bitch to. And it's just like, that's so pointless and unnecessary. Oh my god, it's just, oh my god, like, it makes me want to cry and freaking punch you and oh my god, it's actually so infuriating to me. Okay. Well, after this, I have to film again because YouTube is hard, but I wanted to tell you guys about the upcoming videos. Okay, so I have a video on the way. I just filmed it yesterday. It's most likely going to come out before this video. It is a makeup collection video. It's been, like, people have been wanting it, so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna give it to you. I want to do more videos with my family, maybe my friends. I'm gonna do a video about high school exams, get ready with me videos. I might do one, like, preparing for high school. Probably will do something this summer. I'm gonna come out with more vlogs. Yeah. But honestly, guys, if you guys follow my socials and you have a question about makeup or skincare or anything, you can DM me, like, add me on Snapchat. You can DM me or, like, snap me and ask a question. Or if you have me on Snapchat, I do weekly or daily, sometimes I'm desperate, postings of, like, ask me an anonymous questions through an app called YOLO, which you also get. And you can ask questions and I will respond. Okay. And thank you all so. Ow, I fucking broke my finger. Thank you all so much for watching this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.